Hello and welcome. I'm Andrew Sachs-McLeod from LeapRate, and today we're going to talk about integrated platform solutions, which is a very important matter recently. Many companies are looking towards the fully integrated system that can be provided to brokers. So today I'm joined in the studio by Yoni Rave.
Good morning, Andrew.
Hello. Nice to see you, Yoni.
It's great to be here again.
And Yoni is the Vice President of Academy at Spot Option. And Spot Option has developed Spot Plus, which, as I understand, is a fully integrated set of components which operate as one, which is compatible with the Spot Option CRM.
That is absolutely precise, Andrew. We've developed Spot Plus, fully integrated in our CRM to all of our brokers to take the industry into the next step to where it belongs, to better automated the way they manage their day-to-day in their call centers to increase the lifetime and the lifetime value.
Right, and I think there's even a small presentation that we can actually see to show how this particular system integrates.
Correct.
Spot Plus was created to automate your binary sales and marketing activity. It's simple, user-friendly, and your ticket to an automated business. How does automation increase your productivity? Well, it lets you reach out to many more while saving you precious time and manpower. Beyond sales, you'll increase trader lifetime and lifetime value with targeted retention plans. The Spot Plus platform consists of Queue Center, Communicator, Auto Dialer, Mailer Database, and Refer a Friend. Let's take a look. Queue Center gives you the ability to build segmentation and send out event-based and scheduled automated emails to leads, customers, and depositors. In 3 simple steps, you can set up a target group of customers and market to them simultaneously. The Communicator has 4 features in total. Chat. This is a two-way chat system for registration.
So there's a detailed overview of the Spot Option Plus platform. So certainly now we'd like to go into a few details about the functionality of it.
Of course, as you can see in the feature, we had mainly 5 components into the system. Much more will be coming on our roadmap, but all of the 5 are very much similar together in order to do everything I've just described, and it's better automated the call centers in order to increase the lifetime and the lifetime value. I will ask our producer first of all to take us to the mailer database one, the basic one. Okay, the mailer database allows the brokers to increase to insert into the CRM database as many templates of emails as they want and can. Those templates will be able to send it manually, each one of the reps, or use the other components of the queue centers or the communicator to push it automatically or by rules. Of course, each one of those mailer database can also include a tracker that I will be able to see how much it's affecting my customers to open accounts, to deposit, to redeposit, to open trades, close trade, etc. So I can make my A/B testing and increase my ability to increase lifetime value at any single point. Okay, let's take the Queue Center now. After we made the database, we can now make queues. Queues are automatic rules that will send the customers, the traders, either email or push notification or push to mobile, which is...
So this here is actually inside, this is the CRM itself, right?
This is the CRM itself.
And this is actually integrated within, and the actual user can pull this record up here from directly within the CRM.
Everything connects with everything, everything recorded with anything. There is no need to integrate 2 or 3 or 4 systems together, which I know our brokers and other binary option brokers, this is what they had to do until today. The great news is that Spot Plus brings all in one package with the same CRM. This is the same CRM, the new CRM that we are integrating within our brokers in the past 1 year. Nothing new here, they don't need to change the system, just new components into this system.
This can be easily deployed into an existing system.
Of course, this is what it meant to be. This is the existing system. If you are a spot option broker, this is the system that you have already.
Yes.
In order to get a queue on set, it requires 3 steps. Nothing here is rocket science.
Right.
I don't need any HTML programmer or PHP or anything like that. If I can do it, everyone can do it. First step is to set what is the rule. Let's get to the next slide. Second step is going to be, next slide. Second step is going to be to filter what exactly the rule is. All of the customers that logged in yesterday but hasn't made a deposit, all of the customers that lost half of their balance in several trades, etc., etc., etc. And the third step, the third slide, is the frequency of how I want this rule to run.
I see.
Do I want it a daily basis, weekly basis, few times a week, few times a day, to run several times, to end in a certain date, etc., etc. That is the queue center, Andrew.
Right. So with this particular, with target and schedule, you can optimize the retention of customers.
Correct.
By seeing who's online, by specifically organizing the customers in a way that it will show the sales staff or the retention staff who is more relevant at what particular time, and it therefore reduces the cost in retaining customers.
Of course, I don't need to have an infinity number of people of making retention. There are things that has to be automated. We know it also from other online money making industry. At the end of the day, we need to get into an automation tool. Not everything can replace human being, but
right.
part of the things can. We also understand that not everything can be predicted in advance. This is why the third component is going to be the communicator. Producer, if you can get into the communicator part. Okay. This will be the communicator. The communicator is basically a radar, shows me all of my customers that are now online and how do I want to communicate with them. Either by chat, again sending them push to mobile or push to web. Do I want to send it only to one customer? Do I want to push it to many customers at the same time? By rules or by like WhatsApp group that I want to communicate with a certain amount of customers. Let's take the next slide. We'll see how it looks like, the interface.
And the interface is effectively a marketing tool which you can broadcast to the mobile devices of Spot Options customers.
Absolutely. It's not only an internal marketing communication tool. It can be also an internal marketing way for all of my customers. If, for example, I know that the NFP comes today is Friday, first Friday of the month. The NFP comes in a couple of hours. I want to send push to mobile or SMS. Also available through the communicator to all of my customers, or certain amount of my customers according to certain filters. I can do it through the communicator. Once again, the communicator is also my radar. Right. We started to encourage our brokers, call centers to work with agents to work with 2 screens, one with the communicator open at any single time, that I can see all of my users online by legend of colors according to the funnel of them, depositors or no depositor, decline or no decline, all of the actions that I need to know, that I need to engage the customer now, and also getting online messages relevant only to me as an agent of customers logged in, logged out, lost a trade, won a trade, got a decline, and many messages will come with the time. Let's see the next slide. Okay, this is how it looks like from the customer point of view.
It's very much like a messenger. It looks just like a messenger from the customer's side.
Correct, and all of the brokers already used in the past, or using in the present, third parties chat providers. Beside all of the proactive benefits that I've just described, also for the reactive needs of a customer that wants service, I lost my password, I want to verify what is going on with my withdrawal, etc. They can use it instead of, again, using an external system, everything component in the same one.
I think I like that, because the reason I like that is because I can remember, if you go back only 2 years or so to the initial stage where Binary Options brand started to really mushroom in numbers, there was no real solution for this, and what a lot of companies did was use an external mail shotting system to email market to their customers. And the problem with that is that, first of all, it had graphics in it, which sometimes the spam filter catches, and therefore the customer never receives it. The other is that it didn't cater for mobile, and nowadays, with the emphasis on mobile-led access, and you've got your traders, especially with binary options where it's a quick transaction, having them on mobile all the time increases the possible retention value by 90%, and therefore having it in a similar format to a messenger on a mobile device is a very effective way of doing it from within and not actually having any wastage on the actual marketing campaigns.
I couldn't agree more. I believe that we recognize the vacuum on this field, and this is exactly why we created the communicator in the way that we created it. Let's take the next feature of the communicator. Slide. Okay, this is the push to. Okay, this is another look into the interface, which allow me also to make push to web. Push to web is a notification. Can we go on one more slide forward? Push notification will look exactly like that. It will come very similar to how it's built in Facebook.
Very similar, yes. Even the actual layout is very similar.
Exactly. I know I have my announcement if I have a mailing, push to web awaits for me, or chats. And this is how I can communicate with my customer. Once again, I can do it with a single customer. I can send it to group of customers.
That's also a clever way of the graphics here is clever, because if you're, for example, Spot Option has brands all over the world. Am I right? Something like 70% of the binary options brand market is Spot Options.
Around 70. Some would say around 75%.
75%, right? So therefore, in all different regions, there are Spot Option brands all over the world. And everybody is, because of the subliminal thinking, everyone's familiar with that because they all use Facebook. So to be able to do that makes it ergonomic and user-friendly to the actual brand to be able to show how this works to their staff.
Absolutely. I believe that the product managers and the technology department of Spot Option made tremendous work making this way of design. Mm-hmm. Let's take the next feature of the communicator, the last one. And same with SMS sender, already integrated into our broker's back office CRM to send in the same way SMS to the mobile numbers of the customers. Of course, if we're having their mobile numbers as part of the database.
Yeah, right. I see. Okay, that's the thing. Very interesting, because all these components which perform specific function are centralized and very much integrated as one actual system. Mm-hmm. And there's been that's quite a comprehensive addition to a CRM. And I can remember, you're the expert on this from having been really instrumental in the development and bringing to market of this system. I can remember, if you look at different industries and how they've progressed, you go back to the 1980s, you could buy an audio system and it was integrated. Then came the 90s and separate component systems came, and that never went away. Even today, now they are separate components. But in our industry, everything's going the other way into the fully integrated systems. So the reason I make this comparison is because audio systems were all one piece. You couldn't, if you didn't like the quality of one specific amplifier, you couldn't change it. So now you have separate components so that they can interchange within each one and have better quality. So what's the advantages of really housing everything under one roof rather than going to a specialist firm that can do retention optimization, another specialist firm that can do, as we discussed earlier, a messenger which can go to communicate with clients, compared to having it all in one go? I mean, what I can see is that it's a support matter. If, for example, a customer comes to the company and says, I've got a problem with that, and it's a third-party piece of software, they might say, well, now who's responsible for this? So that's one thing, but what are the other reasons for taking everything in one piece?
It's a great question, and I think I'll divide the answer by two. New brokers that are coming on board and existing brokers that are trying to break a ceiling glass, I don't know, of $500,000 or $1 million deposit from customers a month. For newcomers, for new brokers, dealing with a lot of suppliers is a lot of headache. And there are a lot of suppliers offering a lot of solutions in the market. I think that Spot Option is the only one that offers you, listen, the only thing you need to do is to sign the contract with us. Even if you need third parties like processing or stuff like that, we have the connections and we'll get you with the right people. But in terms of front end of trading and back office of managing your day-to-day marketing and sales operation, you really have it all in one piece. And if we had some components missing, that they had to use an external chat provider or a email sender or a media buy. Now they're having all in one piece, and this is for newcomers, much faster with only one provider to get into the actual money,
right.
to get into the actual business and not dealing with all things that can fall your business apart, because you will be too busy dealing with other things that are not related necessarily to the business. Leave it to us.
Yeah, so therefore you've got a greater support for, let's say you're a new brand, you want to start up. I want to come and be a Spot Option brand. I can be up and running quickly and start monetizing the business quicker. And then if by having an integrated system like that, you are effectively supporting my business by doing that.
This is what we are doing all the way through our account managers, through Spot Academy of myself, through daughter companies and partners like SuperTrader TV.
Yes.
This is what we're doing anyway, and here was, I think, that we just added the missing part. As for existing brokers that are trying to break the ceiling glass, and again, $500,000, $1 million to become from a nice broker to one of the leading of the industry, we recognized that one of the issues is having too heavy jammed operations of sometimes more than 100 employees. Mm-hmm. And some of the employees most of the day are dealing with how to squeeze the lemon until the juice is over.
Right.
And every retention manager, VP sales, operation manager, shift manager goes home. Did I really did everything I can in order to do it, in order to retain my customer, in order to increase my lifetime, in order to get to the optimal lifetime value? Now, no one can do it manually eventually. Mm-hmm. And we can't have infinity number of human resources. And therefore, also for existing clients, for existing brokers that are maybe using external tools as per of today, we recommend to focus back into the system. You have the solution with us. It is automated. It is here in order to do all of the things that not necessarily human resources need to do. The system can think for you. The system can send emails, SMS, push notifications, automatic notifications for your employees, for your agents on the right time, because things are very dynamic with the market, with the customers.
Yeah. So
do it with
that makes sense. So really the message here which has been solved by this integrated technology system is that a broker can really monetize its business much, much better by taking a solution like this and reduce its resource cost by some significant margin. And that's
it's reduced cost and increased lifetime value. We have no doubt about it. I would be more than happy to sit with you again in 1 quarter, in 3 months from now, and actually to bring the results of the system. One last that I want to show before we end is the auto dialer. If the producer can take us into the slide of the auto dialer. Okay, push to mobile, as we said, also available. If you stand on refer a friend, we will show that the number 4th component is the refer a friend. Nothing new here. Everyone knows what refer a friend is. Friends bringing their friend on board and getting compensated. Mm-hmm. Only also that we are now doing integrated into one of the components in the CRM, in Spot Plus, which is either by a Facebook account. And I try it myself. You don't need to be a rocket science in order to open a developer account in Facebook and create a very simple feature app that will be your refer a friend to your binary option site in Facebook, either by mail or simply by the friend sending a link to his friend. Everything is done automatically, and the compensation done automatically. I have all of the log in the CRM to see who refers who.
Yes, because of the referral link. It has a code for the referrer, right?
Yes, very similar to how affiliates or IBs are working.
Exactly.
Only we also import it for the referrer friend. And the last one will be the auto dialer. The auto dialer is a system that brings the customer, especially for conversion departments, that needs to turn the non-paying customer into the paying customers. The first-time deposit, the initial deposit. The most frustrated thing as an agent, as a shift manager, as a manager, and I've done that many, many years. I managed a lot of call center over here in Israel and abroad, is the waiting time of the agent to the potential client to come. Here he is getting one call after another. We're basically integrating here two systems. One that is the actual auto dialer, as one is Optimum that is making the Optima. They have an algorithm. They know exactly when the customer is available, if he's now playing with his phone or something like that.
That's excellent.
And also upcoming in the upcoming few weeks. And the auto dialer is here to solve really one of the problems that myself I got very frustrated from when I manage call centers. Simply one after one, they're going to accept the leads directly into their headset and convert them one by one.
Right. That also, there's another hidden cost there that solves. Human resource turnover. Without a system like this, exactly as you say, the frustration of picking up the phone and getting no answers will cause salespeople to leave quicker, and therefore the cost of recruiting more sales is very high.
Absolutely.
So to do this, it will reduce that cost and stop salespeople, make them return a good commission because they're getting through to relevant customers and stay in their jobs much longer.
I agree 100%. I believe this will be number one contributor to the motivation of sales agent to stay. A happy sales agent is an interested sales agent and not a bored one. Absolutely. And that will be the one. As I said, if we can back to the main slide of the presentation with all of the components, that much more is going to come on Spot Plus. The roadmap is long. We are very much listening into the trading floors of our different brokers. All of the product managers are consistently meeting sales agents, shift managers, and VP sales of the different brokers to listen what they need. In the end of the day, their success will be our success.
Absolutely.
As always.
I'll be very much looking forward to looking into that a bit further. Thank you very much for joining and explaining
Thank you, Andrew,
in detail to us
for hosting
today.
me again. It was a pleasure as always.
Absolute pleasure. Yoni Rave, VP of Academy at Spot Option.
Thank you very much,
See you soon,
Andrew.
Yoni.